don't really know what I'm going to do for the brake line yet. I may try to bend it around and get it on the back side of the cross member here without trying to pinch it. I hate building brake lines, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm gonna just plate both sides because when I mocked it up, it looked like motor mounts wanted to land on top of these strut towers pretty naturally. And I've got just some cheap solid motor mounts that I'm gonna use. Just gonna weld directly to that. But I'm gonna start making up a template. It's gonna be a lot of time lapse in this video. So the easiest way I found to make templates on this stuff is this cheap poster board you get from Walmart. It's like $1 a sheet. It's thin enough you can make your template pretty easy out of this. If you need something stiffer, you can get a cardboard or something. But this is really good for just the first one. Like you saw how I did up there. You can usually just take a screwdriver or a hammer or something and make an indentation, make your templates that way. Okay, so I got these made up. They're gonna sit just kind of like that in there. Box the tops of these. They're not perfect, but I mean, this isn't gonna be a show car, obviously. It's more of a just try to keep it in between the lines type of job. But I'm gonna go get my wire, put in the welder, and then I guess I'll start burning these in. I'm gonna clean these up. I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up, at least the edges of them. That way I have something clean to weld to, but yeah, gonna get on it. Well, camera cut in and out, and I don't know if it's growing pains with the new welder or what, but got this one plated. Not my proudest work. Like I said, this welder's kind of fighting me right now. I think it's just because I'm so used to my Harbor Freight one. Just trying to get this one set up is being a little bit of a pain. Yeah, but I got this one side in, it'll be plenty strong. I'm gonna go ahead and start tackling this other side. All right, so don't come after me. I never claimed to be a welder, but that one looks a lot better than that one did. But I'm gonna go ahead and grind it off, make sure I don't have any holes, whatever, in it. It's actually turning out not too bad. Those bent over a whole lot better than I thought they would. I think the tip's getting dirty on this thing because it's like the wire's lurching a little bit. I really never dealt with that, so I'll do some research, see how to figure that out. But here's kind of what I'm thinking. These motor mounts. I'll go to this side where it's a little cleaner, easier to show. Probably just gonna weld these solid to the frame and then just kind of bend the ears around on it and weld those solid too. That should be plenty strong enough. I don't see this car lasting all that long with the way I drive and just the amount of power that's going to be putting through that stock rear end. They like to blow up anyways, but we'll just kind of see where it goes. I've always wanted one of these since. All right, not real sure if that last bit saved, but got everything kind of cleaned up. Really doesn't look too terribly bad. I'm not gonna paint or get too crazy with anything, especially seeing how I keep my Camaro in here. But probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll go ahead and get my my motor transmission put together, bring it over here and start on the mounts. Shouldn't be too terribly bad, just a lot of measuring, double checking. But yeah, get those thrown in. The way I did these, I left enough room up here that I could change the struts if I ever want to, which I really don't see happening. Well, I say that. I did that on the one side. I'll just have to knock that side a little bit. But yeah, not too shabby. I cut a lot out. There's just a lot of test fitting and in and out. But I got motor mounts tacked in. Got a transmission mount made, which you cannot see. Everything looks to be in there pretty straight. I ended up cutting out more of this firewall here. I watched some videos, some other guys did this. I'm gonna go ahead and move where this firewall used to jag in. I'm gonna go ahead and move it back. Probably straight with this here. That way I'm not so crowded right here, because it gets pretty tight. Got those tacked in. Gonna pull the motor out, fully weld them in. I'm pretty happy with it. It's in there pretty straight, pretty level. A little taller than I was wanting. I lifted it off the steering rack quite a bit, but yeah, it'll be all right. This side all tacked in as well. So, I'm gonna pull the motor transmission back out, fully weld everything, test fit it again. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tight, but it's definitely gonna work for me. Pretty happy with it. It's gonna sit back. I'm gonna have a little bit of room up here. I'm probably gonna end up running Corvette stuff on it. And I mean, all I really need is an alternator. I may even do electric water pump, but yeah, looks like it's gonna fit. motors out. These just kind of floating in there right now. I'm gonna come in and weld them solid and kind of, I may just bend those down to where they'll work there, but I don't know. We'll see. Just see how it works out. Okay, so here's what we got. Went ahead and put the bead there, and I sliced it and bent it with a hammer. Got a little ahead of myself, but both these are fully welded in. Got the other patch made. Welds aren't the prettiest, but I think they'll be plenty strong. Cut the ears off the top. Got welds going down the back. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stab the motor back in. Just make sure everything's good before I start getting it prepped to work on the firewall. Well, don't get more official than that. We're getting LS swapped. Motor mounts are in. Everything looks pretty good. I have to do some funky stuff with this shifter, but that'll be all right. I'm just gonna put it in the vise, bend it around. But really doesn't intrude onto the footwell. I mean, these had small footwells to begin with. I have to notch, and I may have to notch this over just a little bit. I can only go so much, so there's where my gas pedal is going to want to fall. But I think that'll be plenty fun to snake a tube around and down. Hoping I can find some swap headers that just dump in the middle, and then I can dump it down, and then I'm just gonna run a side pipe on it. But yeah, motor mounts, trans mounts are made. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some sheet metal here in the next couple days. Get to knocking out this firewall. After I get the firewall made, I can start plumbing this thing in and get her done.